Hi everyone, Megan Benanti here. Thanks for joining me. I've got your reading today for our Wheel Magicians. So if your birthday adds up to 10 and then 1 plus 0 is 1, you are a 10-1, which is the Wheel and the Magician in Tarot. So this reading is going to help you navigate January of 2021. So let's see what we've got for you with that one energy. First off, I want you to focus on relationship stuff this month. And with that, you're really moving forward. You're taking some risks where maybe you normally hadn't. This isn't going crazy over it. It's not full speed ahead, but it's acknowledging your past, which has been pretty powerful and a big deal for you. It's also looking at where you're going with relationships moving forward. Now, if you are seeking a relationship, this is a month where I want you actively putting yourself out there. This is going to be part of that energy. And you don't need to overdo it, but I definitely want you scheduling in some dates and some, putting some effort in. Communication is going to be a key point of this. And it's also, you're not bringing your past baggage into the relationship. Yes, there are things about your last relationship that are going to be shaping you for this one. I mean, that's how we grow. That's how we learn. That's all part of it. But I just want you to know that keep that separate, and you don't have to, bring that up in initial conversations with people. If you're already in a relationship, keep moving forward and navigating it as you have been, because I feel like this is a busy time for you guys and the energy's good and you're putting effort into that. Career, a lot of new growth in there. This is all about newness for you. And we have the Magician, which is your card. And so this is your essential energy. And I'm working with the Lua deck, which is all in black and white and shades of gray, which is really kind of nice and beautiful. But it just brings so much clarity because we're seeing the simplicity of things. Our Magician here, she pulls a mask away from her face. And so I want you to consider that there is no more hiding for you. This is your month to begin to make some change and shift, whether that's a new job or a new position or just new projects that you want to take on that are going to develop your career personally. So that can also be working with a mentor, or in this case, actually even being a mentor. Don't be afraid to manifest what you want here. That's truly this part of this energy. And also, don't be afraid of of fooling yourself or anything. You've got a real practical, pragmatic way about you. And so I really feel like you can make some change in career at this time. So as far as what you need to accomplish, first of all, this is saving money. It's putting money away. It's paying off any debt that you created during December, and it just being financially responsible. So January is paying off, saving whatever extra you can. This is really being frugal. And so you are not going out and shopping and buying that extra special something for yourself. I want you to really be conservative and focus intentionally on that. The other thing I want you to work on as far as accomplishments, it's going to be, it's about work relationships and having really good harmony in that place. And this is so beautiful. So it's enjoying your work, but it's also enjoying the company and the people that are there. Maybe some of you are going back into the office. I know many of you probably are not. And so, work on navigating these relationships through Zoom or phone calls, or however it is that you need to do that, because this is going to be a really important thing for you to be developing, and this is going to start your year off right. These relationships are going to be helping you throughout the year. So it's going to be all different types of connections, whether that's a friendship, like a work friendship, but it could also be relationships that you're building business on. So don't be afraid of that, and be courageous in that area. Now, you've got some challenges you're going to have to work through here. Oh, and part of this is going to be your financial responsibilities. So sorry. Um, you like the good things in life. You like to spend, and you're wanting. There's a focus on wanting to enhance the home, enhance yourself, and you're going to have to hold back. This is part of you being conservative and not being not just living in the moment. This is really living for what you need to focus on. And it's going to be hard for you. So set your boundaries and stick to your boundaries on this. Um, there might also be a relationship, a female for you here, that is going to be a challenge for you to deal with. And I want you to know that it can be a mother, it can be a friend, it can be a lover if you're a man, or a lesbian. This person, she's good, she's a good woman, she's nurturing, she's very caring. However, she's not focused on you. And so you need to really think about, where am I going with this relationship? What is this about for me? She's got a lot of potential, but we can't be with a person just based on our potential. So you need to think, is this a relationship I want to continue to cultivate? If so, then start setting boundaries around that. This is someone who can respect those, but I don't feel like she's paying attention to your boundaries. So you need to know what they are for you, and don't expect her to just honor them because you put them out there. That's not where her head is this month. And that's okay. Sometimes we're just in those places. Um, so, work also, you've got some challenge in the work area, in regards to decision making. Also, considering what I'm looking at here too, some of you might be having like a romance through the work environment. And honestly, in some ways that's going to continue to be fun, but it also is problematic for you. And you need to really figure out how you want to navigate that, because at this point, other people are probably picking up on it. And so just kind of be aware of that. Also know, though, you've got bigger decisions here regarding work. And I think part of you is feeling like, I'm not sure if I can pull through on this. And I see strength with your abilities, but I'm also knowing that this is going to be part of your greatest challenge this month. So just know that trust your gut instinct on making decisions. Don't be afraid to seek counsel or advice from someone that you trust, a mentor, or even your guides and angels in this case would be very important and relevant. I do feel like there's good stability and support around you if you choose to tap into that. All right, so what surprises do we have here? Oh, okay, good, yay. Okay, well, despite you not being able to spend money and needing to pay things off rather than and save, you're moving yourself into a better situation. And this is so key here because, it's really navigating through the tough spots. Also, this is coming up in any of your relationship drama that might be going on. It's just going to start smoothing out. And I love this for you. And you're not feeling so alone in the situation. You're definitely feeling more connected. So January is going to be very restorative in that regard. And it's not something you were expecting yet, but it's going to kind of happen organically on its own. Okay, now as far as work, oh God, wow. So we have, for work, we're both, in your career, we're looking at both a 1 and a 0. Actually 0, 1, 2, and then a 6. So there is so much for you about starting over and starting fresh and taking on adventure here. If there is a sudden layoff, don't worry, it's going to be a blessing for you because you're like really ready for this new beginning in your life. And you're just trusting no matter what happens, you're going to land on your feet. Some of you might even be thinking about a new location. And that, I think, is part of what I'm seeing with a bit of pull away. But you're connecting with your friends and loved ones and people that you know to help you develop in your career. So this looks really promising and exciting for you. Love this. And you love newness, being a wheel magician, that all that one and new beginning energy. So you're just going to be feeling all of that through January. Okay, so as far as your significant relationships, whether you're in a partnership or this is dealing with family and children or parents, this is a time where you're building stability with them. You know, it's been holiday season. We have a lot of connectedness there. All of that is really important at this time. So as you move through January, continue to set the foundation and structure and stability. Routines are going to be significant. Knowing, you know, what the family goals are. So, you know, even if you're an independent person, you know, how much are you going to be spending time with family this season, and really kind of draw some limits and structure around that, because that's going to be very positive for you. I also feel like you're getting a lot of support from your relationship area. So if you guys are looking at planning any vacations, I'm not opposed to you kind of establishing that at this time, even if it's not fully set in stone. And it would be after, from either May and beyond. I'm not seeing you wanting to do that before May. It's not willing to take that risk. There might also be some spiritual growth between you in connecting in that way. So just be open to how those doors can open up and explore new territories together. It's really promising and quite special here. You've got a lot of major arcanas. Let's see, we've got 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Yeah, so definitely going through some big pivotal change. Okay, now also self-care. Oh, this is kind of funny. You got the Devil card. So when we look at self-care, and this is a very ornate one, and it's interesting because he's not just the devil. He really resonates as Pan, and he plays the flute in this. So, you know, for you, it's going to be a little bit about overindulgence. And, you know, we think of the devil in such a negative way, but I asked what you need. What is for your highest and greatest good? And so this is where you do need to self-indulge. It's not going to be financially, because we've already set some boundaries and structures around that. However, this is very much going to be about your physical body. So, you know, don't be slothful. That can certainly come up with this. But being sexual with your partner, huge. Definitely dive into that this month. Lots of good sexual energy here. You might still be a bit on the bandwagon of overdoing it with indulgences on food. I do want you to begin to be cautious and limit that more. The temptations are going to be really strong. So it's almost a forewarning to not overindulge on food, drink, and lethargy. But basically lots of good sex, being active, and really making healthy food choices are going to help you to kind of navigate this time in January. Also, there's so much about you resting and needing to kind of recoup your batteries a little bit, recharge them. So don't be afraid to kind of chill out as you need to, and schedule time for sofa time or, you know, reading in bedtime, that sort of thing. And don't feel guilty about it. That's something you need to indulge in. And last, you know, the idea, I want people to be able to pay it forward. And my readings are really geared towards how you can better yourself in the environment. It's not just the information, but how do you live your most fulfilling life possible? And so part of that is going to be paying it forward. And you kind of get a free pass right now because rather than paying it forward, It's about you slowing down and honoring the decompression time that you need for yourself. There's part of your nature, you know, wheel magicians, you're go, go, go people. You're not so good at rest and relaxation. And there's a lot calling you towards that, both for self-care and how you treat others. So maybe it's not so much about pushing people forward all the time, but this month, allow everybody to go at their own pace. And if that feels painfully slow for you, know that is the gift you are giving them, and that is a reward. And it's also allowing yourself to slow down. Because we really, you know, we push our children or we push the people around us to be at the pace that we're at. And this is acknowledging that a slower pace is okay for you. All right, so that's our Wheel Magician, people, for January of 2021. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any constructive feedback for me, I would appreciate it. Anything you want me to look at in the future, please go ahead and leave me a comment below. I'm always open to information. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, you can go to my website at tarotdallas.com. I do phone and Zoom meetings as well as in-person readings in Dallas, Texas. All right, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.